Come through, Scorpio. Dos, dos. You hear me, dos? Cause Pisces and Virgo, they done took over a whole area. They outshining everybody right now. Okay, guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have all the time in the world right now with this energy, with the way I'm feeling right now. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Scorpio, I got something for you. I see corn crop revitalize business. What? Savage? The energy to master a craft. You are heavy in your passion. I see a lot of passion. I see a lot of red, a lot of orange, a lot of yellow, a lot of yellow. So that's like harvest crop, or illumination. Let your freak fly. Let your freak fly. Okay, that's another door message. Are you talking to a friend? I see a conversation between two friends, and she like, girl, you always trying to be Miss Perfect. Go ahead and get a man some. I heard bluntly, loud and clear. Like, well, who? Ain't nobody gonna bother you? This ain't 1991 no more. Like, well, we can do it after a week and nobody's gonna get hurt. Like, you tripping, especially if you know you like somebody like that. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. Like, wow. This could be you at work. This could be you on the phone with your longtime friends. This could be, I don't know. Let me see. What we got, Scorpio? But on the flip note of that, when I see the corn crop, I see the iron bars with the corn on it, or just a whole like cornfield. You know what I mean? Holistically speaking, it's a whole field of corn. Like, who gonna cut this fucking grass? I know you don't expect me to sell no peanuts out this bitch. Somebody likes marijuana. Excuse me. Somebody likes marijuana. Somebody likes to smoke here and there. Maybe not a lot, but they like to. Somebody likes to watch How High. You know, somebody. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes, that's what I got. What the two people talking. Yes, this is your soulmate. Yes. It says that right here. It says it right there, Scorpio. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in a relationship. And let go of control issues. Somebody don't want to say what they really feel. I want you to watch. Look. Somebody don't want to say what they feel. And on the bottom. Can we stop right here? That's the message right here. Let your friends help you. You need Scorpio. If you don't learn to relax and tell your truth, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Okay, I'm gonna give you that for a part, because you need to let your friends help, because you met your person, but you're not being all the way honest about how you feel, because you so afraid and ambivalent about failure, and you so like in your bag about being successful that you gotta let go, you gotta relax. Like, you have, what did I tell the other sign? Let it go, okay? But it's okay. Let it go. Like, relax. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You're gonna make somebody think you don't care about them, even though they know better. Okay? Like, why you keep catching yourself, Scorpio? Huh? I see Tuxedo. Chief Keef song called Tuxedo. It's an upbeat. It's from his album Fornim. I don't have rights to his music, but I'm a huge Chief Keef fan. Okay, let's talk about it. Yes, this is your soulmate. So also, likewise, Scorpio, yes, you found it. Like, you may be somebody who's cross-trained, overly educated. That means you got so many credentials on your resume. There's no way in the world to get through all those credentials fairly and in a timely fashion to show. Not saying you don't have work ethic, but what I'm saying is you got such work ethic and such a broad, like, your mind is so powerful and it produced so much stuff at once that it spills out of you and you don't know what to do with it. So like, and in conclusion of that, your resume could have so many different credentials on it. It's like, how do you get through all these things in one lifetime? Okay, like pick one. Okay, like you have a multitude of many different things that you can do. Okay, heavy emphasis. Okay, this is a part of a project that I made in college, in business school, when I was studying business. That was in 2011. Don't ask me how old I am. Okay, I'm mature. I'm a world traveler type of person. But what I'm getting is, yes, this is your niche. When I see, yes, this is your soulmate, I see that whatever you're doing now, whatever you're so super passionate about now, let your friends help you. I feel like God, you always have God orchestrating in your life. I feel like you're a person who's very religious, who's very spiritual. It's a person who has to ask for help because you way too controlling. Like you'll try to control things, you'll accidentally mess it up. Not intentionally, but you'll accidentally mess it up. So you have to have God navigating you, and God knows that, so he navigates you with the let your friends help you card. Ask for and accept support from others. He could be putting people, places, and things in your life to navigate your path, your soul, and your mate. So something is fire to your soul, and you found somebody who is in that state, who's equally yoked in that energy with you. But what it speaks to me professionally, whatever you're doing professionally, out of all the credentials you have, like for God's sakes, you don't need another one. But there's nothing wrong with learning. I don't want to disrespect anybody or make anybody feel like you have to be in a box or in a cubicle, because that's not my way. I don't feel like anybody should be boxed into one specific thing unless that's what you like. Okay, to each his own. But as you, the nonconformist, the Scorpio, I feel like you have Aquarius somewhere in your chart. You could have Aquarius somewhere in your chart, but you have that energy of innovation. You have that, like, you're so creative. You have so much knowledge. You're so intelligent that sometimes you don't know what to do. It spills over. Like, it comes off as awkward. It comes off as social. It comes off as something not quite right. Like, wait a minute. What just happened? Like, you might have anxiety behind it because you don't know, you haven't quite grasped you have a lot of spiritual talent, and I feel like it's more than just book smarts. Like a hierophant, you would be a hierophant in this case because you have both spiritual abilities. Like you had, not like a witch, everybody hold your balls, I'm talking about you like a psychic, like somebody who has somatic psychic senses, or somebody who's strongly intuitive, somebody who just has talent, somebody who could read somebody. Never met them a day of their life, but can read them, not for filth, but just be able to tell them intricate details that they probably never told anybody because that person's grandmother told them that before she died 25 years ago. So how would you know that? You weren't there. You're one of those people who can do things that don't quite you can't understand it at a surface level. Most people don't really get that on a surface level. But you could have also grew up in an era or being raised by people who grew up in an era where you couldn't tell everybody you're like that. Like you have these strong abilities about yourself. It's way more than, you're going way beyond what the eyes meet. Somebody look at your eyes, they're probably going to get freaked out. And because there was an era of time where people were afraid of that. Nowadays, everybody can do something spiritual, or is more connected to it in a way because it's more widely accepted. For God's sakes, we can marry the same sex legally, and it's politics to protect anybody from being harassed about it. So you went from the era of calling like Muslims terrorists unjustly to same-sex orientated marriages, bluntly. So for you, to have any kind of spiritual ability is way more widely accepted now. If you're going to do it, it would be now, because it's a more relaxed time. It's the time of Aquarius, a time of innovation, a time where everybody's walking to the beat of their own drum. Everybody's trying to be more eccentric. If you are, everybody's not authentically eccentric though, but you get the point. Regardless though, for this in your business, whatever you're doing right now, yes, this is it for you. This is your way, because it ties everything you do. You try to do it all at once. Like, it comes out at once for you. How do I say it? Like it comes all out at once. Like, you can intuitively see something and act on it accordingly. Another person may not understand why you're moving like that. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know, because you can hear your friends helping you. You can hear a guy, he's talking to you. Whereas in the 1950s, they would have put you in a mental institution if you said something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they are afraid of stuff like that. So what I get from the deception card, someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship, I feel like you weren't always, it's not really fair to you that you were in a position like that. You couldn't always tell people that. But I feel like you're rebellious and you tell people that anyway. You know what I mean? But I think this speaks to love. You need to tell your person you love him. And you need to show him that you love him or her. Okay? And let go of control issues and stop worrying about what society's going to say about the politics and this and that, because I know what this is. This is like having sex before the 90-day rule that Steve Harvey said, and that's his opinion. And hey, I don't think that he's wrong, but at the same time, everybody don't follow that rule, but are not necessarily unsuccessful when they don't follow that rule. That's you. The truth of the matter is, you can have sex with somebody a week later and be in a whole 17-year relationship, but you don't allow yourself to be that kind of vulnerable because maybe you're still stubborn and fixed. Scorpio are fixed. You could be more fixed about who raised you. Like, an environmental attitude has a big impact on you. It could be who raised you, and you just don't carry yourself like that. But you're naturally like that. Like, you don't play by the rules about nothing. Nothing about you screams, let's play by the rules. The only thing that's ruly about you is that you may have a religion. You may have a friendship with the Most High. Okay? That's what I get from this. So it's telling you to let go of it. You can trust this. Whatever it is, this next chapter, this opportunity, like, you're fine. Everything is fine. I think you're free to let your freak fly. That's why that was in my notes. You also is going to bring in more abundance for you. Also, it is. And if it's an actual person that's a soulmate, they're going to bring in abundance with you too. That's a part of your abundance, is that man or that woman. So go ahead and you can fuck them and they won't leave you. They're very much into you, is what I'm saying. Like, don't think it's game that they saying this or just playing coy with you or something. Like, it's something about it you don't trust. It's something about it you don't trust, and you feel some type of way, and you're coming up as deceptive. Like, you're coming up as the person may be connected with you at a soul level, and they feel what you feel, but you're showing up on the surface as something else. Like, huh? Why are you acting so why are you acting like that? Like, what's wrong with you? All right, shuffle. Let's see, what is it when it comes to career? What would be the thing that Scorpio needs to know? Like, what are some of Scorpio's strengths? Like, you're bubbling over in talent, multifaceted, multi-talented. Like, everything is multi with you. Multi-degrees, multi-credentials, multi-anything. Collaborate. All right, so business can be lonely. Yeah, that's why you're talking to your friends, because you're trying to get this right. You realize that one thing about you is you're sharp enough to realize when you're fucking up. Like, you're fucking something up. Okay, you can catch yourself early enough. You know, find lucrative ways to collaborate with others to build both of your brands. What I just say in terms of business with the soulmate, If that's about, if in regards of your profession, that's it for you. Okay. And working with others to build both your brands. Collaboration. Yep. And that's where the corn crop. You're gonna have a corn crop, an actual corn crop, or you're just gonna be at the top of the totem pole. With the cream of the crop. You ain't the bottom of the, you're not at the bottom of the barrel no more. You're not a bottom feeder. You never was. Alright, let's talk about it. So come together with this person, and it's gonna build, it's gonna make both of y'all better. That's what I meant to say. Slow down. You just need to calm down. Calm the fuck down. Like, I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs at you because you're doing too much, Scorpio. Sometimes you need to slow down, get out of overwhelm, refresh, regroup in order to speed up your results. See, as your anxiety, didn't I say that about anxiety? You having, it's something about your energy. Like you got so, you might be coming off a little socially awkward, Scorpio. Just a little bit with the people and places and things that matter the most to you, to the point where you're kind of off balance a little bit. Like you're kind of stumbling, like you're a little clumsy. A little bit. And you gotta get on top of that. You gotta take it easy. You're moving too fast. That's, like I said, you're so passionate about what you're trying to accomplish, you're actually coming off a little controlling. You don't have songs. I see Pirates Alley. Excuse me. Pirates Alley is like, the history behind that is where they did the trading. The merchants with the ships would come in, and there's like an alleyway right there between the church and there's something else right there, and the merchants would do the trading, the business trading right there. Pirates Alley. That's where they did business at. It's actually notorious for that. Inspire. I feel like you do inspire a lot of people to, like, something about your energy though. You definitely light a fire under people's ass when they meet you, because if they felt like doing something but just didn't have the motivation, something about your energy is like, get the fuck up and let's do this. And they're like, oh shit, like I gotta get up. You know, influence. When you become influential in your field, you inspire people to step into their own greatness because you rose to your own first. So you're definitely showing up correct. Like, you're definitely correct. It's just something about your I don't know how you're dealing with your emotions through all of this. Like, it's a lot. It's coming at you fast. Okay. We're gonna use this deck. This is my French deck. Tarot of the Night. Tarot de la Nuit. That's French. If you know French. Talk to me in French in the comments. I like it. Because I use a lot of decks that are French inspired. I learned French. That's romantic. And it's just intelligent, and it broadens your clientele when you learn other languages. That's for somebody. There's nothing wrong with learning, being multifaceted, bilingual. Okay? You learn more than one language, you in there. No, I'm skipping ahead now. Hold on. We're not using that yet. We're using this. And this deck is in French. Everything is in French. But I can tell you what it means. Alright, Scorpio. Talk to me, Scorpio. What's wrong? How can I help? How can I be a big sister today? Yeah, you're definitely in your masculine energy. That's a savage man or a wild man. That's Leo energy. It just gives me fire energy. It's like planet Mars is in the building with you. And on the bottom, you are the eternal student. So I'm going to put that up there with let your friends help you. Because I feel like you are chosen and you're favored. Like, you're very blessed and highly favored by the Most High. So you're coming at people with that leadership. I said the Hierophant. You definitely are a Hierophant in this case, you know, for those that resonate with this. Like, those who are in their power, like you're in your element. So you're an accountant. You're taking accountability. You're action oriented. You're so action oriented right now. You're forgetting to smell the roses. Like, you're so heavy into your studies right now. You are forgetting to smell the roses. You're so heavy into your passion right now, which is totally respectful. Totally, like, people look up to it. People admire. It's working for you. But I feel like where the deception part is coming in, it secretly bothers you that when you're such an all or nothing type of person, type of energy, that once you get into something, you're afraid of hurting people, and you may think you're hurting someone being that way. You don't mean it, but it's like you can't domesticate a hungry lion. Somebody you could have started a new contract, you could have met someone new, and you're not able to give, like, the person or the place or thing is showing up, and you're showing up, and they are y'all so into each other that you are at a space and place that you got to be, like, you get the way you're owning your position and your status, your legacy, man or woman, your society, your place in society is so important to you that it's almost compromising your personal life, like your love life. But when you're so high frequent like that, you may still end up with a love life. Just make sure that you don't push away the wrong person. Don't push away the wrong person through this experience. Let the person help you. Let the person show up for you. You are you're showing up as the eternal student, but you're also the savage man. And you can still be a woman and be the savage man. It just means you're in your masculine energy. So you're the one that's like, you're coming off, you got to get back in your feminine energy, or learn how to balance both energies, because you're showing up as the student, but you're also showing up as the prestige. So that's what I feel like you are right now. You're in that prestige type of energy, type of reality. It's getting big. You're getting bigger and bigger and bigger right now. And on the bottom, totem of air, like, you're showcasing all your talents. It's like something about your awareness with the economy, with everything, with your environment and what's going on around you. It just naturally puts you in that leadership position. It's just further amplified on what you already study and know to be true about yourself and about things. And now it's like, I'm letting my freak fly at this point. Like, I'm just gonna be me, not do me, like, screw everybody else. I can't do nothing outside of being myself. So the deception is, you might be all in with this soulmate, this connection with this person. You might be all in, but don't show it. You're not very good at showing it. Like, you may say all the right things, but then you don't show it. Like, your actions, you got to balance it. You're in balance right now. But isn't that the story when everybody is, like, rising to fame or rising to success in some way or another? Notoriety. I see the Six of Wands, which is more Leo energy. I see, like, most people, when your family life or personal life is, like, hanging on by a thread, that's when you know you made it big. You struck big. Scorpio, how that escrow account looking? It looks good, don't it? Yeah. But how does your partner look? Not so good. Because they looking at you crazy. Like, I love you and I support you, but you gotta relax. Like, you don't even realize you're running away from me. Like, where are you running to? Like, I'm right here. I feel like you don't see me, is what your partner is saying. He or she don't feel seen or heard enough from you, so you got to do better. Sorry, y'all. I got pressure in my face, but again, his energy is so passionate. Oh, it's like gusto. That's my new favorite word now. So you might be becoming the top merchant of many different things. Because I said something about they having many different talents. So you'll be collaborating with quite a few different people to get things going. Like, you don't have no breaks. Like, I feel like you always was a person who ran with no breaks. But you done worked and build and work and build and work and build. It's like, I can't slow down now. I can't stop now. If you want something, you got to go take it. So everything is happening all at the same time. Your love life and your business is taking off at the same time, but that's your frequency. You are the eternal student who just so happened to be a savage at the same time. Like, you could be Cherokee, you could be any Indian descent, east or west, but I'm seeing West Indian. Like, what they say, American Indian. First of all, it's Indians in America because they found it first. Okay, Indians found America. Say it like that. All right, what else? Like, my energy right now is like, I drank too much coffee and I didn't drink no coffee. Like, your energy is intense. Yahtzee, muse of hymns. I feel like you use music to relax. I also feel like you in your element. You at peace. You love nature. You get a lot of downloads about nature, in nature. Spirit of the home. Like, you got the drop on something and you're going for it. Like, you took it and you ran with it and you're running with it. But you love somebody and something. Like, it's something about your nature. It's just like, I'm all for it. It's like, I don't want to grow to hate it. So let me just give this person some space. You got the marine on the bottom. That priestess marine, that water energy. Somebody is very in-depthly, like, they go deep with you. And you go deep with that person. But the way you're moving right now is kind of, you accidentally pushed that to the side and that person felt that. That's what I think. That's what it feel like. Hold on, y'all. I gotta blow my nose. So sorry. I still have to blow my nose. Alright, guys. So much of what you do is inhumane in a way where it's like supernatural. You're supernatural. Okay? You can only be but so many places at once. It's not humanly possible to be everywhere at once. And you're getting frustrated about it because you really want to be everywhere at once. You want to be there for everybody at once, but you also realize you gotta do what's right for you. You gotta do what's right for what you need, what's best, what is best for you. You might not be telling yourself the truth about what's best for you. I feel like if it's your business and your person, I feel like your person, you're telling yourself or you're telling a person, I have to focus on XYZ. And you do, but that doesn't stop you from focusing on that person, because even in your own personal space, you still focus on that person. So what's the point of telling that person that? Set a schedule, make time. Okay, Scorpiana or Scorpiano. You could be Latin. Like, it's not that you don't want to make time. You just don't know how. Let your friends help you. Okay? You're at the point where you need an assistant. You might need 2 assistants. Okay? Let somebody help you get all your stuff done so you can have time. So you can slow down. At times. Yes, Linda. 6 of Swords. You know you need that mental, look at that. You see how the light is coming down on her when she that's solace, that's peace and tranquil. She needs her friend. She needs the Most High, you know, to orchestrate things for her. You know, you see how she's at peace. I think that's where you spend a lot of time at, Scorpio. Okay, and there go your energy on the bottom. You got the Tower, big reveal, and then you got the King of Wands underneath that. You coming through on some big dick energy. I'm so correction. This is my channel, even though it's YouTube, but sometimes I speak like that, and it's not for kids. Okay, so I have to say that. So you coming up as a King of Wands, which is a Leo, another Leo card. And you guys, you can't do Knight of Wands energy. Tell the truth. Tell the truth that if we're going to do this, it's got to be solidified. You know what I mean? It can't be play in a moment, because I'm doing something more long term. I'm more fixated on what I need to establish long term. Like when you look in the Declaration of Independence, you see my name there. You see that, right? You see my name there. That's where I'm at in life. You know, I don't want to judge anybody, or you don't want to misjudge anybody or make them feel mistreated. That's not the case. So what else? What is the deception card? Page of Swords. Research. Research, contracts. Someone's wearing a false mask. Maybe somebody else is acting like they don't have all the time for you, and they gave you a false impression, and it made you feel like you had to go focus on other things because you probably did show up. That's a passionate person to be the wild man, the savage man, and the King of Wands and the Tower. Like, you might have spooked somebody with your intensity, and you are not lying about your feelings. I don't think you're lying about your feelings. I don't think you're hiding your feelings. But what I do feel like someone else might have showed up in the wrong energy and saw that this is a King of Wands right here. This big host right here. Yeah. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Somebody know you got that stamina. Like, you got what somebody needs. It's just that they may not think they're ready. You came on so damn strong, Scorpio. Let's keep going. And it's like, nobody's understanding how you keeping all this together and maintaining peace. It depends on who your friends are. And then the Eight of Wands still wanted to come out. So things are moving. It goes back to what I said. Things are moving at a very accelerated pace for you, and rapidly. So you could be receiving downloads like, it's Tuesday. You got all these downloads today, and then you may think, okay, I'm going to plan it out and do X, Y, Z. Then come Tuesday night, you got another slew of different, like, you got stuff to do. Every 4 hours, you're doing something changes. I don't know. You might be alchemisting your own energy every so often just to keep going with what you got to do. Like, I feel like it feels like caffeine. Look, Judgment card, another Scorpio card, and a Knight of Cups. You don't just want to be all business. You want to be family oriented too. And for so much of you, you are. I don't think you trust someone. I think your radar, something about your spider senses start tingling about something. Okay? Something about control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Someone else could be playing coy with you. And you're picking up on what they really feel like, but they're not showing you. They're not saying it. It could be that your love languages are very different. It could be that too. But with the deception card, the Page of Swords, you learning each other. And I feel like this got so intense, you had to go to your separate corners and research each other at a distance. That's what I think you're doing. So the deception is not over, or nobody. It's not that y'all don't want to be around each other or something, but you want to get this right because you know how you feel. That's what that is. Scorpio, let's be honest. Who don't want the King of Wands? Who don't want the savage man? Who don't want Scorpiana, period? Who don't want an eternal student? Okay? Who doesn't want that? Who? Like, you bring that zest to people's life. Like, you change people. We all meet different people all the time, but you will never forget a Scorpio. Ever. They have such an impact on people's life. You will not forget them. Okay? You might want to go to a mental institution. Like, am I bugging? Who is this person and what have they done? 5-1. What I tell you, you are the Hierophant, right? You're the leader, okay? 6 of Wands, but somebody's lacking confidence with that 6 of Wands in reverse. Or maybe you lack confidence about something because you want it all. There she is. She's your queen to be. There's a counterpart here. King and Queen of Wands is in the building. Okay, you done came through like you sexy, man, like you bad. You don't know the power you got. Dorothy, okay, Carmen Jones. I said Dorothy. I was about to say Dorothy Dandridge, but the character where she played Carmen Jones, that lady was nothing to play with. Okay, nothing to play with. The Hierophant, yes. So, okay, slow down. Like it said, calm down, because you got a lot of fire on this board. How you want to ground it? Let's talk about the 6 of Wands being in reverse. Why is somebody not feeling successful? Because there's deception. Somebody really want to talk about something with you. Maybe one or both of you have control issues. Or you just feel like you're working too hard and you're not as successful as you would like to be. And it's playing on your confidence. Or something is not successful yet. And you're getting frustrated. It puts you in retreat. Somebody is, okay, so that's what the deception is that you don't really have to, I mean, you do, but it's not really about your work. You think that this person is playing with you. Like, you don't think that you're mistaken, that it could be that this person's love language is different from yours. It could, and it's coming off like this person is hiding something. You want the truth. Something is plaguing on you, and you are in retreat until you figure out what it is. All right, Scorpio. But in the meantime, you still got all your gusto in your workspace to focus on while you figure this out. But this is something plaguing you. That's why the Page of Swords is here. It's a research card. You're observing, you're studying something. You're trying to get to the bottom of something. You are the eternal student. This is a code you can't crack. Like, it's easy to figure a lot of stuff out. Maybe you know what, Scorpio, this is not a game. You got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. Let me put it to you this way. Okay, you are no exception to the rule. So even when it happens to you, you go through the same vulnerabilities and insecurities as everybody else. And it's not that you're necessarily denying that, but it doesn't mean that you are above that. You have to go through the emotions like everybody else. Okay, that's life. That's growing pains. You're not always comfortable with the growing pains, and it's easy for you to maneuver into a business endeavor or whatever else you're doing as a way of pride and not so much ego. I don't feel you're egotistical. I think you're very grounded. You're very humble, but I also feel like you could be an asshole sometimes. I'm just saying. That's what this is giving me. Like, you may not mean it that way, but you come off like an asshole sometimes. And that's what your person is trying to tell you. Okay? This person does not like that. Someone is wearing a false mask, a false self mask in this relationship. I feel like you're very honest, but not the most vulnerable. Like, you're so immersed in all your responsibilities that you almost use it as an excuse that you don't have to be vulnerable. And that's deceptive, because you are very vulnerable. I don't think you go to bed and cry in your pillow, but I think you are so head over heels that it's almost a defense mechanism to self protect, not based off of any past failures, but you naturally self protect, and you put people through these series of disappearing acts to make sure that they are the real deal. You want to make sure somebody's not going to play with you, because your feelings are very much invested in what you're doing. And that could spill over. I think that goes in business as well as in your love life. If you smell bullshit, you go into retreat in protective mode. And you don't talk, you just watch. So what's the guarantee that if you did this to a person, you know it's a guarantee that they may not be there when you come back. And that's what you're afraid of. That's why the Six of Wands is in reverse. You don't want to play yourself, but be honest. And to be honest is to be vulnerable. You feel like you may potentially play yourself with this person. So balance, Temperance. We have the Temperance on the bottom. Let me finish shuffling for you, Scorpio. You ain't got to put your fire out to be yourself. I think, and it goes back to what I said. All this, it's that environmental attitude. That's what needs to be healed about you. Okay, that created a lot of control issues for you, is that environmental attitude of people not accepting you for your full, authentic self. So you always have to go off and do things your own way in a different space, away from people. Now you're in a space where you can be yourself, but that has to be healed a little bit more so that you don't show up as deceptive, or, you don't unconsciously, subconsciously show up in connections, whether business or personal. I think this one is a little bit more personal, your intimate part of your life. You don't show up like you're guarded when you really do want to be putting for this person, and you really are for this person. So show it. You have to show it, instead of feeling like you have to be that's you in this masculine energy, and it's making you come off like you got to be in control of everything. Like it's messing something up for you, and now you're feeling the effects of it. You're starting to realize, well, wait a minute, let me just go ask for help, because I have no idea what I'm doing. That's how you know you fell in love. That's how you know it's real, because you're a fucking train wreck right now. Honestly, Scorpio, you're very clumsy right now, but that's good for you, because it allows you to relax. It's teaching. All this is happening for you, not against you. Okay? You don't have to be that asshole no more. You can relax. I think that's the point of you going through all of this. Okay? And it's on you now to go back and make it right. Somebody lit a fire or reignited that fire romantically in you. And I think you were honest about it, but you also fear it. And it causes you to put barriers up. You shouldn't do that. You should try to stop doing that. That's advice. Be gentle. Don't be so hard all the time. Maybe you should stop listening to Chief Keef a little bit. Or what's the Chief Keef equivalent? Look, the Ace of Pentacles flipped over. You don't want to be so hard all the time. Seven of Swords. Because it makes you look like you're being strategic. You know, you quick wit. You are like, you're not flat. You're not like finicky or nothing like that. But you don't know how this other person is taking it. They almost don't believe what you say because, and now you're the one that's feeling unsuccessful, or this person feel like that this is unsuccessful because you don't know how to relax. Do I need to say anything else? Ace of Pentacles. So you got two aces. No, you don't. Oh, because I have let your friends help. That's the energy is having the Most High in the mix. Okay. Yeah, that's just you. It's okay. Like, it's honestly, it's great that the way you handle yourself, you don't really trust people a lot, but you trust God. You're one of those people who will retreat and go pray about it, but you have to communicate. You have to learn how to interact with people as you care about them. You should be talking to them too. But I don't know. Like, I think you're confused about something, so you're kind of putting your guard up. It's making you feel suspicious, and it's making you feel like maybe somebody trying to guard themselves, maybe due to an external circumstance. But they're guarding themselves a little bit from you because they fell so fucking hard for you too. So how do you still be the eternal student when you fell hard like that and you notice that somebody's putting barriers up with you, so now you're starting to put barriers up with them? How do you still be an example? Well, Scorpio, that's what being a boss is. You know, you steer the ship the best way you know how, and you getting your pleasures, you find your pleasures in between as you can. You might have put somebody in a dark night of that on the night is darkest before the dawn type of dark energy, like that shadow, like you working through something or going through a transformation or something, because the Tower is here, and then you got this on the bottom, the Angel of the Night. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. The Angel of the Night is somebody who needs to remain hopeful. It's like that star energy and that Tower energy all wrapped into one. It's like what you're going through right now is very heavy. I didn't even know it was a butterfly in the picture. It's butterflies. I said transformation, but that's what this card represents anyway. And what you're going through right now is hard on you, and you're scared. Okay, because you don't want to mess up your connections. You have fabulous connections with so many different people, places, and things now for so many different reasons. Like, you feel like you got somebody so powerful to cover everything. You got this romantic partner right here, he's perfect. You got this business endeavor right here, it's perfect. Like, God is giving you what you want, but just because you have trials right now, you know, it kind of scares you a little bit because you got things at a level that's moving so fast. That's the Knight of Wands. Fastest moving night. One of the fastest moving nights in the deck. But, you know, you're trying to ground it. You're coming with a lot of mature energy. So you want to make sure it lasts. So you're not trying to blow any opportunities or any chances, any money. You know, you're not doing that. But you do have a king and a queen here. So that's a balance of yin-yang energy. That's the advice. It's the queen. You see more results with the Ten of Pentacles, and what the Ten of Pentacles represents when you balance your feminine energy with your masculine energy. So that feminine energy, you have to be willing to be receptive. You already taken the accountability. You already took action on what you want. Now you have to be grounded. You know, you have to be patient. I feel like this calls for patience. Like, you continue doing what you're doing, but continue collaborating with other people because it's making you and the other people more successful, no matter what you're doing. Whether it's work, love, both of y'all are better around each other. People being around you, like, it's something about you. But the way you handle the way you handle yourself puts people on their own spiritual transformation, and you know, and they grow to thank you for it. That's why you are the Hierophant. That's why you're the leader. That's why you can teach both from a theoretical side and a spiritual side, religious side. Religious has both sides, both the spiritual connection, because you can't see God, you can feel him though, but you also have the books to cross-reference what you're feeling, the theoretical part. Just like people who doctors or people who are just natural healers use illustration cards. They already know what they're feeling and they're saying it, and you know it to be true if you're listening to it, you know. But you also have the visual, like the holy books. That's what the illustration cards are. They are the visual of what we're telling you. So you get a picture, a mental picture. You get to see it, you hear it, you feel it. So you get a well-rounded picture of what the advice is supposed to be for your unique situation. You have to let your friends help you. All right, tell me, what's the Ace of Pentacles? Like, I think you're scared and it's causing anxiety. Go back to the Most High and ask him to balance all this stuff out for you. I think you did something wrong without meaning to. Or you're picking up on somebody else's energy. You know, you feel like they are being deceptive because they have to be. I think you feel like your person, if it's your person, you feel like your person has to hide and dumb down his creativity. And in that note, he's feeling inadequate. You know, but he's watching you soar, you know, and he feels stuck and you have freedom. And he don't realize that the Most High sent you to pull him out that situation. And as for you, you're picking up on it. So a huge empathy. Like, now you're going to your prayers about it. Because you are the eternal student and the Hierophant. Like, you're the Hierophant. You can have whatever you want. Right? So if you want that man or that woman to get out of that situation, out of that deceptive situation, so they could be in their highest form, this person wants a chance to create too. This person wants their fair share of opportunities just like you. Like, that person don't want to resent nobody, and in their heart of hearts, they don't resent nobody. They always show up. Okay, that's what I get from the energy of the Six of Wands, is your person just want their fair shot. They see it, they feel it. It's like, so why am I stuck? You are not permanently stuck in that situation. And that's what the Tower is. And you coming in with this King of Wands, double King of Wands energy. It's like, come on, baby. Like, you ain't stuck. Let me lead by example. This is you leading by example, and it don't come without drama. It don't come without drama. It don't come without fears. That would be naive to think that. See? Water energy, Pisces, Cancerian energy. Somebody is like very emotional and very in there. They're a little stressed, they got a little bit of anxiety, or they heart is like feeling some type of way in their chest, because they know what they feel, they know what they want, they know how they want to do it, and they don't feel like they have the fairest share of opportunity to do it. The Hangman is like seeing things from a different perspective. You see, only her feet are stuck, but her hands are free. Right? To move forward. Like, it may be the hardest thing for this person to walk away from people who need their help in actuality, because they're made to feel like a failure, like they failed somebody, but they're really failing themselves deep down inside, showing up like, I could do all this stuff for you, but you haven't done enough for yourself. Like, don't put the cart before the horse. That's what you're teaching this person. Put yourself first. Put God first and put yourself first. So then you can show up for me and give me everything I know you can give me. I know your potential. Okay, I know what you can do. I believe you. And then Chariot is like, these are major arcana, so this is serious, right? And the Chariot talks about not knowing, walking into the unknown. Like, I don't know what direction to take, but I know it's like the worst, like going through the worst of times and still moving forward, still propelling forward through the worst of times. So the Chariot is like, let me see things from a different perspective. Let me see things her way and see how she does things, and let me try it. Okay, her way may work a little bit better for me. If it works for her, let me try it on for me. And this person gonna fucking soar. You dig what I'm saying? That like the chariot is like moving forward, not knowing where it's gonna take you, but you know you gotta move forward, and that's a wrap. It's a wrap for somebody. You both may fear you won't see each other again. I told you who's in charge, man. You gotta have faith. But I bet you when you see each other again, guess what? That person's the Hierophant too. Yeah. Alright. Alright. You know what I feel like? I feel like on this spiritual journey, it comes with a lot of twists and turns, okay? And I just want you to know that your connection, you see the two swans, but you see one of them has a sword, okay? So both of you are warriors. Both of you are fighters, right? But the sword is on one side. You know, that Queen of Swords energy, okay? Because I say it because it's a woman. So I feel like it's a Queen of Swords. It's a feminine, receptive energy. This person has her guard up because she values this, okay? And she's doing everything she can to protect it, unbeknownst to you. What you don't know, if I'm talking to a man, if this is a woman trying to tell a man something, what you don't know is I asked for help, okay? I asked, you know who, Almighty, for help, okay? I travel, you know, that light, like he's talking to her, that light is shining on her, you know. I have an elite, I'm an elite member, elite student, an internal student, you know, in a different way from this person. This person is high ranking, you're high ranking, okay? And this person believes you to be something special, something important, and they're doing everything to protect it. But it don't come without a lesson of their own. You have to let go of control issues. But as you know, two swans, when they find each other, they are loyal partners for life. They found a mate for life. They never break up once they go together. So don't think you broke up because you still, you know, because you're going through the journey. You're experiencing what the spiritual journey entails. You two, both of you could be in hermit mode, but you have a counterpart here, a king and a queen of wands, and that's it. That's all you have to be concerned about, is to know that, yes, that is your partner, that is your person, okay? And it is protected, so it should ease some of that anxiety and put your mind at ease, and knowing that you can focus on what you need to focus on to get to where you need to, because that's going to keep your vibration high and keep your prayers and affirmations in positive standing, and that's going to keep you and your person together forever. Scorpio, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.